If you're going to learn and teach with videos that you share on social media, how do you do it in a way that's going to be more effective at generating some leads and piquing people's curiosities so that they ask you about what it is that you're doing and want to follow you and things like that? Big thank you to Kateri, by the way, one of our own. She gave me permission to critique one of her videos that she did in a way that all of you could learn from it. So here it goes. She made a video learning about garbage and then teaching something that she learned in the video. And so Kateri, awesome, you got a video up. So now we're gonna get better at it. That's the whole process, is to get started and then get better at it. So I got a lot of suggestions for you. So right off the bat, you want to open the video with something strong and powerful, because people are clicking off within the first 10 seconds, maybe the first 2 seconds, to be honest with you. Like in this video, I opened it with a question. You open with a strong question, a strong statement. Even in my opinion, before you introduce yourself, I think you have to open strong, otherwise people are going to click off. And then the people that hear that strong opening, that are thinking about that, if it's on their brain, they're more likely to stick around and go on with the video. And then just be fluent throughout the rest of the video. But the topic is the next thing I wanted to talk to you about. Think about what it is that you love, that you're passionate about. Are you passionate about garbage? Some people are, some people aren't. When I was watching you in the video, it didn't seem like you were passionate about it. I could be wrong, but it just came across as though, there's a million other things that you'd probably rather be doing or that you'd rather be talking about. And if you are passionate about garbage, whatever the topic is that you're passionate about, well, our business, for example, we're doing health and fitness, and if that's your passion, that's easy to talk about that because it directly relates. Garbage, it doesn't really relate to what we're doing here, but that doesn't mean you can't talk about it. There's always a way to talk about anything that you're passionate about and draw some kind of a parallel or segue it into something that we're doing here. So for example, when you first started to talk about the part of the standing water and how it stinks, but at first it doesn't stink, and eventually after a while it's sitting around a while it stinks, I thought you were possibly going to start drawing analogies of, like, maybe, I don't know, procrastinators. At first, when somebody sits on something for the first 5 minutes, maybe it doesn't stink, but after a while the procrastinator stinks. I don't know, who knows, because it gets old and stale. I thought you were going to do some kind of an analogy that way. So that would have been, just one of infinite examples to draw parallels or do an analogy or do a metaphor or something, an anecdotal story. Anecdotal stories that are entertaining and informative are great, because if it's anecdotal, it's by default it's entertaining, so people want to keep watching it because it's interesting. But at the same time, there's like a moral in there too, or a lesson or something. So that's critique number 2 for your video, is the topic. Make sure that it's passionate, and also somehow it relates to what we're doing here, whether it be a metaphor or you're directly talking about making residual money or getting healthy or some fitness tips, or who knows, all kinds of, it's endless. So make sure that it relates to what we're doing here too. And then the third critique that I have for you is that at the end of your video, or anywhere in the video that I recall anyway, I don't recall that there was any call to action to do anything. So in my opinion, I think mostly everybody that sees the video is probably going to click out after the first few seconds because it wasn't going anywhere and it wasn't a strong opening. And then the rest of the video, who knows, if somebody's really into garbage and they're interested in what you were talking about, they might have hung on, maybe not, because they didn't really see that you were into the conversation or the talking points. And if somebody was interested in what you were doing, well, there was no call to action as to what to do, and there was no correlation to anything with the business or health or fitness or for getting a lead. The purpose of your videos, or any content for that matter, where you're learning and teaching something, is to get leads. It's to pique people's curiosity so that they follow the call to action that you're going to have in the video, typically at the end, where you might say something like, if you like this video, feel free to share it and private message me if you'd like to know more about, whatever. There's lots of ways to do different calls to actions. Okay, so if you need any ideas, you got any questions on any of it, please let me know. And if you'd like me to critique any future videos, please let me know, because it's a process of crafting and getting better and better at it but the fact that you did a video, we've got something that we can tweak. The person that I will never be able to help is the person that does not take any action, doesn't create content, doesn't even go out there and try to learn and teach. There's nothing to tweak. It's like Ray Higdon said, I can tweak action, I cannot tweak inaction. So first, go out there, be terrible at it, whatever it is, and then we got something to work with. We can tweak it. We just keep doing it, we get better. All right? I got more social media trainings on my website at fireyourboss.xyz. That's xyznot.com, fireyourboss.xyz. Check it out. Call to action. See what I mean? And if you dig this video, you know somebody on your team that might like it, please share it with them. Another call to action. There you go. All right. Bye, guys. And big thank you again to Terry for allowing me to do this. We appreciate it very much.